What the fuck is up, Daddies? We're coming to you shortly for the SmackDown review on Halloween. Let's do this! Woo!
Shadows wrestle where the moonlight dies. Jake and Cody speak in disguise. A cackle, a creak, the screen flickers bright. Halloween, havoc in the dead of night. Into somewhere the spirits go. Broken voices through the digital hall. Broken man and brother Nero rise from the ashes of their twisted cries. Into somewhere results unfold in a crypt of stories, dark and cold. The ring is haunted, the ropes creak slow. Masked faces, secrets they don't show. Cody laughs, Jake spins the tale. Wrestling's ghosts leave a phantom trail. Into somewhere the chants grow loud, echoed whispers in a spectral crowd. Broken man and brother Nero rise from the ashes of their twisted cries. Into somewhere results unfold in a crypt of stories, dark and cold. The ring is haunted, the ropes creak slow. Masked faces, secrets they don't show. Cody laughs, Jake spins the tale. Wrestling's ghosts leave a phantom trail. Into somewhere the chants grow loud, echoed whispers in a spectral crowd. Broken man and brother Nero rise from the ashes of their twisted cries. Into somewhere results unfold in a crypt of stories, dark and cold. Shadows wrestle where the moonlight dies. Jake and Cody speak in disguise. A cackle, a creak, the screen flickers bright. Halloween, havoc in the dead of night. Into somewhere the spirits go. Broken voices. Raised and rivalries burn, every twist, every turn. Jake and Cody bring the sound, from the ropes to the ground. First crowd roaring under southern stars. Bodies fighting steel chairs leave scars. TNA legends bout for glory clash. Crown jewel gold dreams turn to ash. Who wins, who falls, who stands tall? Every move we call it all. In the sun where we break it down, smack the truth, don't mess around. In the sun where you feel the flame, wrestling loud, ain't no tame game. Titles raised and rivalries burn, every twist, every turn. Jake and Cody bring the sound, from the ropes to the ground. Go. Titles raised and rivalries
skin.
What's going on, ladies and gents? How are we doing? SmackDown Friday night. 25 years of hybrid theory. Thank you, Lincoln Park, for being the soundtrack to my childhood. Thank you to vidIQ for sponsoring Into Somewhere. That's right, vidIQ.com/Into Somewhere for your 15% discount. You're looking to make YouTube a serious career, check them out, or any media production, as well as XSplit. Use XSplit's code BANANA for 20% off. As always, I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend himself. Love this song. Cody O'Needy 316.
What's going on? I thought tonight's SmackDown went back to a boring show like usually. That's why we're not going to start off right away with the review, because let's try to avoid SmackDown as much as we can for the shithole it is. They had one good episode and everyone...
Honestly,
really?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. We had a really great match, especially for the U.S. title, especially. I mean, damn, was that good? I'm upset with the ending, but I mean, we got to extend it. But holy hell, I mean, and then some people are just already rooting for Toronto.
Yo, we clutched up in
The Blue
Toronto,
Jays.
elimination chamber.
That's right. But anytime we can make up the Blue Jays in Toronto.
Yo, we clutched up in Toronto,
That's right. Hopefully everybody's doing
What's the
well
score right now.
I have no idea, but we're still haunted here, so you need to figure this out.
Oh,
This shit's annoying. My wife is not happy. Any event, hopefully you're all doing well. It is Friday, the 14th of October, 2025. We are deep into the spooky season. Thank you for choosing Into Somewhere to review SmackDown. I know Simon Miller's off tonight, so maybe we'll siphon a few of his viewers. Regardless, if you're here, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because we'll be live tomorrow night. And I'll be in better condition for the Halloween Havoc show. That's right. So excited to see what happens tomorrow night. Halloween Havoc, NXT. Hell of a card. Can't wait. I am genuinely really excited for this one. So SmackDown was okay. It was okay.
I really didn't care for it too much because
14th, I said.
I know
24th.
you like your
Jesus, October
MFTs.
24th. Sorry, I fucked up. Way bad. Good thing my wife's listening. Right? October 24th, not 14th. My calendar's way off.
What was your favorite part? MFTs versus Shinsuke and Rey Fenix?
No, honestly, it was obviously Ilya Dragunov and Aleister Black beating the ever
Tiffany versus
loving
who?
out of each other. Aleister Black and Ilya Dragunov. Right? With Zelina Vega. That's some hot
Good match.
right there.
I think they honestly put the title on
spicy.
Ilya Dragunov way too soon because the crowd, can't they do deserve it, but like they're also at the same time kind of quiet.
They were a little more reserved tonight, but they gave us as much as they could be cheered and risen to rise for in Tempe, Arizona at the Mullet Arena. You know, it was business in the front, party in the back tonight in Arizona. USA Network airing it live. Netflix, VPN internationally, of course. They're adding commercials to the VPN. What the is this bullshit? I am very upset. I watched that point in time
So
to
the
go ahead and see.
crowds are getting
We're getting
commercials now?
commercials even with VPN international.
so no more
Regardless.
of the so no more of the whole.
They've either been
like-
airing the "We'll be right back" sign, or they shoehorn some commercial in there.
So no more of those interviews or anything.
We still had some, but tonight was pretty commercial heavy. I didn't notice any in arena interviews that happened personally.
What about for Raw?
For Raw, yes, but for SmackDown this week, no. They went ahead and they showed one other entrance. They showed some of the Dragunov match. They showed some of the main event, and then everything else was "We'll be right back." And they had the pretty much 4-minute countdown, 350, whatever, every time. So yeah, they are adding commercials all abound. International viewers are going to have to tune in like we do and get used to Battlefield 6 ads, because I know that's what I was full of. That's what happens when you have Tama Tonga and JC Mateo in a match against Shinsuke and Rey Fenix. Dear fucking God. We'll get to
Honestly,
it.
as I said, if they do MFTs versus the Wyatts, I will not watch Survivor Series. I swear to God, I'm not even kidding. I will not watch Survivor Series if that's the War Games
Just can't
match
do it
for the
with
men's.
everybody.
Fuck that.
We talked about how much this win means for Brunson.
Oh, it rings a bell. Sounds familiar somehow, but no.
You want to get into some news?
I do. I want to know, because last week they had a little bit of a fluctuation after their worst ever rating of all time, AEW Dynamite. So how did they fare this week? I saw the 18 to 49 demo was down to the 0.11 rating, but how did they do hour to hour? What was their overall viewership?
Overall viewership was 477,000 viewers, which is funny enough because the Young Bucks are getting a match for like $400,000, right? So it looks like Tony Khan, every time the viewers drop 100,000, so does his big money matches.
The return of the NBA hurt AEW just as it did Tuesday's NXT on the CW. They averaged 525, 477 for Dynamite. And don't forget, that was with their third hour and their little hangovers. So, they added Collision onto the end of it into Wrestle Dream last week. That didn't help. Somehow Collision did better. This week with the normal 2 hours, back to normal fare. They're saying that obviously we don't know what happened on Max. Gotta make sure.
You want to know why no one knows what ever happens on Max or any of the viewerships? Because it's horrible over there. Because if it was huge ratings that they're pulling in, obviously they're going to tout it out and show it everywhere. But this is what happens. It's shitty, shitty, shitty. So they're going to be like throwing it under the rug and say, "Oh, we don't even have any."
Actually, Cody, I will give you credit, Cody. I will. I need to thank you because I know you have been trying to increase your journalistic integrity, Mr. Cody Odidi Rhodes, and we appreciate it into somewhere. So, what did you do today? Go ahead and tell the folks. Did you not only get a direct quote from Mr. Tony Khan? Right?
Yeah, I did.
But you also got us a little inside scoop about Full Gear, which we'll get into. But let's see what you got, Tony, to say on the record here. Let's go ahead and check this out. I'm not sure I caught that. We're gonna have to listen back.
Time, Tony?
One more time.
I told him to drink a Coca-Cola, not the fucking. Oh man!
Listen,
he got mixed up on the Cokes again.
Okay, listen. Hold on though, but I even if I slow it down, this is like half speed right here. Watch. It still like breaks the sound there. I don't know what was the question?
I asked him how does he feel about AEW and its viewership this week, and I thought he was going to say everything is great, and I don't know.
I needed you to do one thing for this show. It has been the worst day. Spent the day in the vet ER, dealing with this nonsense. I send you with a media pass to interview Tony. You're in my place. You're going to ask him questions. And this is all the footage you get us.
I said, Tony, how do you feel about the AEW Dynamite? Yeah, and that's what we got.
You couldn't ask for a do-over?
That's all he kept saying. I'm like, okay, go.
Right. We're gonna figure this out. So let's see what he said here. I think he said, "Yo, into somewhere is awesome." I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Because listen, "Yo, into somewhere is awesome." Yo, into somewhere is awesome. I hear it, right? "Yo, into somewhere is awesome." That's exactly what I hear. What about you? I mean, if WWE's in a slump,
run it back one more time.
Listen with the "Yo, into somewhere is awesome." See?
Yeah, that's definitely what I heard.
All right,
Thank you for
your
your great integrity and
listening
skills, because
I knew he was a stand-up guy. I mean, he's always been so respectful to me on Twitter. I've been nice to him. He invited us out for Grand Slam. Like, Thank you, Tony. That was very nice of you. I hope you're doing well. The WWE is in kind of a creative slump. I mean, people went nuts with this AI thing. I'm sorry, a little bit ridiculous. Like, they're not having AI write things. What they're doing is they're having AI like categorize or keep things chronologically in order. Like give me a summary of the last 10 Raws kind of idea, but they're not having them right. So chat thinks he might have said a couple of other things. Well, maybe we could slow it down after and we'll analyze it exactly. But thank you all for hitting subscribe. We're at 11,800 currently. That's incredible. So make sure you go ahead, you subscribe, hit the like button. We'll be live for Halloween Havoc tomorrow for the spooky. That's right. Yeah, we don't need Scarlet and Cross. We have Scarlet and Cross at home. We've got Selena Vega and Aleister Black. Sadly, I said this when she joined him. I was like, wow, they did Scarlet dirty, huh? They're just gonna, because when she was with Andrade, she was a great manager. She was fantastic. She worked so well. And then they were like, oh yeah, 9/11, that's a thing. We're going to make you our emotional 9/11 token. And every time 9/11 comes around, we're going to parade you out. And that's all they did with her for years. And I am not exaggerating. Up and way past COVID, all of it. All they did was on the tribute show, bring her out to wrestle for like 3 years straight. I swear. Then, the Blue Jays take the lead.
Yo, we clutched up in Toronto.
There we go.
In Toronto. Woo! Sips to that.
Let's go, Jake. 51st state.
Oh, is that gas? No lead?
Canada.
I know you're trying to kill me, but I don't have any money in the bank, babe. Oh, Jesus.
So what do you think about the AEW viewership?
This is upsetting. I mean, they keep trying to go up against someone like Lexus King. They were shitting on him for his Steam library, like legitimately grown men going at him about which games he downloads and plays. The whole thing was ridiculous. It made me piss in a jug and drink it. Like, I don't know what to really make of the ridiculous sicko outcry that's going on here, but if you guys have this much, like
the sickos, you can't criticize anything AEW, because if you do, they will all come in a parade and attack you.
Sarah Stock may not have been the best person to represent the anti-AEW sentiment. I mean, granted, former employee, you think it would be an easy shoo-in, but she jumped a little far left into Crazyville. Granted, I don't disagree with everything she said, but some of the stuff we can't obviously condone here. Granted, still not great. And for AEW to have this kind of number, it's worrisome. 477 on the high end, that's being like generous.
I guess
not good
TK
at all.
is for his big money matches is following the track of his rating.
Well, now he's going around and saying, I guess we will have a women's war games, even though I thought that was already announced. Now he's making it sound like it's not a definite. And he's like, it could happen. I thought they already made sure that was a thing, and that's what they were building towards. I just, I don't know. I see why you could enjoy SmackDown.
Discovery is going to Paramount Plus, I heard, and they're in bed with UFC. So AEW's days are numbered if Warner Bros. Gets sold to them.
They might be.
Because TKO will make sure AEW does not get any attraction from them.
You might be right. Maybe crazy. You may be the lunatic I'm looking for, Cody, but don't try to save me.
AEW is the next WCW, and I don't want it to happen, but the sickos that go on every week, this was the greatest Dynamite of all time. I love everything that you're doing. The greatest storylines to ever happen in wrestling history. There's nothing wrong with it.
You know what I am concerned about?
Anything.
So NXT had a very piss poor rating, you would say, compared to last week. They did so well. Now they're down to 500-something thousand. Well, millions of fans are without the CW right now. All the way from NBC, CW, DC, CBS, like local affiliates all over. Norfolk, DC, Harrisburg, Buffalo, Philadelphia, New York, Providence, Richmond, Syracuse, and Albany are all without the CW to watch NXT. Bases loaded,
Wow.
looking for a grand slam. 0 outs. Toronto.
Yo, we clutched up in Toronto.
That's right. Verizon stated it is negotiating to reach a fair and reasonable argument, but claims Nexstar is demanding significant price increases. If no resolution is reached by tonight at midnight, Fios customers in affected markets are going to lose WWE program permanently while the service is down through the CW, along with news, sports, and other local content. Television contracts are tricky, and a lot goes into hammering out the details. Ringside News reports, while customers are receiving a notice like this may be standard, it doesn't mean that a resolution will be met in time. So they already missed NXT this week, and that hurt the rating. Let's see what happens going forward. Netflix might have spoiled that AJ Lee will be back November 17th. They showed her in a premiere on the NXT, or excuse me, the WWE advertising on Raw.
Return.
Yes, so it looks like that's the plan to be post Saturday night's main event, building into Survivor Series.
Home, 4-2 Blue Jays.
Why do you think AEW and to a certain extent WWE's creative is suffering? Do you feel like it's because they're not following up on like new stars and organic characters, or is it just strictly the stories and the angles?
Who do you want me to start with first, AEW or WWE?
It's your choice, my friend. Open dialogue.
We'll go with WWE first because AEW might be more of a short-term answer because you can't say anything else about it at this point. But WWE, I think they like to play it safe sometimes, and everything gets a bit too repetitive. Like Jey Uso, versus CM Punk. That's what we go with for Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
Obviously, you hear the uproar about people being sick of Jey Uso, which I don't know if that's fully the case as well, because I think it's the IWC bitching all the time like the IWC does, because clearly that doesn't translate into the arenas. But they do the same things each and every week, like the Vision has to open, end the show with beatdown, etc. They do the same repetitive beginning, middle, and ends, and it gets tiring. So I think you have to give new stars an opportunity. Like LA Knight deserves his opportunity already.
Yeah, you would think.
If anything, it should have been CM Punk versus LA Knight. That's a different story for a different day because they were in a heated battle. But SmackDown.
Yes.
I don't know. SmackDown doesn't have any big story, and Drew and Cody are
that's the overarching narrative. Yeah, that's the main thing that open and close the show with Cody. But overall, yeah, you're not wrong. They don't have like a huge thing. I don't feel like people are hating Jey Uso naturally. I think what the issue is that he's been main event Jey for a long time. We're going to discuss this in a podcast over the weekend as well. We still have the better heel or face topic coming out as well. But we go ahead and we look at Jey Uso and you think like, all right, so they called him main event Jey for years when he was not in the main event. And I think that kind of was a harsh critique against
IWC hypocrisy comes in, because listen to this though, like they called him main event Jey, and what did the IWC do? Why aren't you pushing Jey Uso? Jey Uso needs to be in the main event because he is main event Jey Uso. We push him. Why are you pushing Jey Uso? He sucks. He botches. He's gassed out all the time. You can't do that. We need something different. So no matter what you do, they're going to bitch either way about WWE, which granted, I've probably been guilty of that myself, so have you, but I think it's majority of the time the IWC doesn't know what they want.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. And unfortunately that seems to be the regular thing that's happening right now. But
WWE does have it
that we could make this.
You know me. People think I'm a WWE tribalist, but I shit on SmackDown each and every time we do a review. I shit on Raw most weeks. I'm not a WWE tribalist whatsoever.
No.
So it's because how much I hate on AEW. Well, I don't think there's a good thing to say about that company, but let's get into that.
SmackDown right now, I think there is good things, and that's kind of the issue at hand. And they have certain things that are working. I really enjoy what's happening with Jimmy right now. He's in this very precarious crossroads because we've seen him turn on his brother before, and it feels like he legitimately learned his lesson long ago, and he knows where his loyalties lie. Why do we know that? character development. We've seen him be the tag champ. We've seen him sacrifice himself for his brother. We've seen them come head to head at WrestleMania Sense and reunite after. So, in a terrible match, might I add, but granted, horrible match. I mean, really disgustingly awful. I mean, like, fucking terrible match. I mean, like, god awful. I mean, like, piss poor. I mean, like, fucking like heinous, horrendous, horrific. I'm not just being hyperbolic, am I? I mean, this was a bad fucking match, right? Yeah, terrible. I agree. You can't even speak. You're so just inundated with sadness. Calling back to WrestleMania 40. But here's the thing.
AEW's issue?
Well, but here's the thing, though. They have character development. They have a narrative that's been going on for many years. Because Jay, the issue was with Main Event Jay is that we all viewed him as a tag team wrestler for so long, and it took a long time for that development to happen, where he was able to shed the tag team iteration of himself, because for many years the Usos were just so formulaic and say like I Dream of Genie and up. They went ahead and came out with their face paint and we're Samoan, a little bit of pyro, and then all of a sudden it's day one-ish and the Uso Penitentiary, and they've got a bad side and they've got a story to tell, and it was great. And they had some legendary matches with what? New Day. You know, we've seen some great segments and tag matches and so on from them. But it was a great tag team together. Anytime they were on their own, it just felt lacking. It took a long time for these two to individualize themselves before they could tell the difference between Jimmy and Jay. It used to just be, there's the Usos, but I don't know which one's which. And they weren't wrong for saying that. So Jay worked his ass off. He got the Rumble, got the win at Mania, held the belt for a while, and then for some reason lost to Gunther.
All of that.
Absolutely.
I think now Jimmy's
I don't think the hate is deserved, but I do think it's earned. That's the problem there. I don't think it's deserved, but I think it's earned, because it's not, he does not deserve the hate, but the story they've told with him does deserve a bit of hate, because they really make it feel like Nepo Baby Jay at times just gets in. We're going to give him another chance, another rematch, another entrance into a battle.
Because he
I'm
acts
just
all
going
cocky now because he was a world champion, and Jimmy Uso said a few years ago, right? The reason why I betrayed you was because I didn't want you to win that world title, because if you do, you're going to end up like him. Yeah. And as soon as that happened, Jey Uso has this big God complex, and like he has this big ego now, like saying, yeah, it's all about me. We got to do this for me. Like he's running shots Cody now. And Jey Uso, I wouldn't really say people complain about that too. I wanted to get into that more with Monday Night Raw with Jey Uso eliminating Jimmy. People forget that what Jimmy said to Jay during that. Like,
there's a lot of back and forth. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So Jimmy was shit talking first.
There's a lot to it.
Monday before the Battle Royal. So Jay was like, all right, bitch, I'm going to eliminate you now, you know? Grand Slam Blue Jays.
Really? Look at that. 2-9. Keeping score here. It was 5, now 9. Grand Slam, bases loaded. That's a hell of a celebration, right?
We have a few little tiny rumors about
Blue Jays.
Yeah,
all right.
Blue Jays. Yeah.
Blue Jays.
So AEW, their creative issues is they don't have anything creative. Because AEW goes about it like a small indie market company. Like, if we put on great matches, we're good to go. We're the best wrestle. That's all they care about is good wrestling matches. And a good wrestling match without a good story is not a good wrestling match, I don't think. Sure, maybe the in-ring stuff is good and fancy, like your ballerinas flip-flopping out there. Congratulations. A lot of the stuff they do, though, I would argue, isn't even wrestling.
Yeah.
It's just whatever you want to call it, flippity-doo-dah.
So whatever, yeah.
But I think that's all AEW does is put on good matches, and I think they put on better in-ring quality matches than WWE each week. I think that's a fact. But
yeah, no, you're not wrong at all.
But what's the point to care about any of those matches if There's no story behind anything.
Right? I mean,
and any story they do have doesn't make sense. Samoa Joe is saying, "I'm coming after you. I don't want you to be champion. I will come
yeah, he
down
suddenly
at you
turned
until
heel very
you're no longer
randomly.
champion." But motherfucker, you helped him win the fucking championship in the first place. Now you're all pissed that he's the champion.
Yeah, and then
What?
the Death Riders are still a thing when he's
Don't get
quit
me
twice
fucking started
now.
on
Even
that.
though he didn't
Holy
ever say
shit.
I quit on Saturday. You know, he got put in a precarious situation with a baseball bat from Grandpa Sting, as our
Yeah.
short showed with me yelling my head off. Thank you guys for liking that one. But yeah, this was just surprising as all hell and not what we expected. Let's go ahead and test out while you're continuing your narrative here. Let's see what we do with Yonder. Look at this. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do this all on the fly. You ready? Look at that. I'm learning stuff. I am, I swear. Look at that. That getting there. Gonna go ahead and crop this out. So this way, whenever I change pages, the score will stay updated and I don't have to look like a fool. See? Look at that. Woo, beautiful. Cropping on the show live.
So, what do
Bam.
you think AEW could do better?
I agree with you. I mean, a lot of it comes down to storytelling and their inability to be. Tony can remember any detail. He has an eidetic memory, you know, very photographic. He can recall things that are just baffling. So why is it that, like you said, Samoa Joe made you champion? He helped you. He got put in the hospital trying to help you. And here you are doing what in return? Oh, now Joe turns on you and doesn't want you to be champion. He's mad about it. Like you said, the motivations are very lacking. It doesn't make the most sense. I fail to understand, like I said, especially the Death Riders, why they're still a thing when the whole point of Hangman winning was to disband the group and take down Moxley and destroy them and
Darby
take
and
away the
Moxley
title.
still feuding?
It seems like it. Yeah, he said he's still going
And
to go
what's the
ahead and
fucking
get
point of an I
Moxley.
Quit match? An I Quit match is something that you fucking end a feud
I
with.
don't know. I'm. That's what I'm saying. Like it just
So,
it's baffling
here's the
and
thing,
doesn't make a great deal of
because
sense.
They had this segment for them this past Wednesday to build story. People said, "No, motherfuckers. Here's how you build a story. Don't have them on the show. Sell their injuries from the I Quit match.
It's
Sell it. That's how you
11
actually advance the story."
11-2 now. They just got another 2 runs.
Yo, we clutched up in Toronto.
Blue Jays. Holy shit, that is something. My God, I was not expecting that. That's nuts. Wow. Like, totally unexpected. And they're just wiping the floor with them. The LA Dodgers have no chance here, it seems like, right? I mean, bottom of the 6th, might as well be bottom of the 9th at this point. Wow, we will get fully into SmackDown in a second, folks. Thank you for bearing with us. Like I said before, I said it was the 14th. It's the 24th of October. SmackDown tonight. I mean, they went ahead and I thought it was a good show. You're a little bit less of a fan, but they were live from Tempe, Arizona at the Mullet Arena. Like I said, business in the front, party in the back. Cheers to you guys. Cody Rhodes opened up the show right away, coming out strong.
We got a few little more story, right?
Oh, well, I was going to touch on these shortly. I was going to sprinkle some in while we start touching on SmackDown.
All right, let's get into some SmackDown.
We'll start the SmackDown, then we'll sprinkle this in because I know we want to bring up your one and only, my friend. So,
and one of the securities tonight.
Yeah, we got to bring mention of this as well in the opening. So Cody Rhodes comes out and he is ready to go. Cody looking strong as always, pumped up. Glad to see the fans ask what they want to talk about. He said we could talk about Drew. We could talk about the title. Do I need to apologize for what I did? And that's when Drew appears. Like Michael Myers stalking. He appears. And from there, Drew is going to lay it down. He's like, you know, all the fans are brainwashed. I don't need your apology. They're just brainwashed with your corporate propaganda. Good on Drew. He's like, next week at Saturday Night's Main Event, I'm going to finish my story. And he's like, what about Jacob Fatu? He's like, you know, you hate the family and you said you're innocent, but I saw Cody talking to Jimmy. maybe Jimmy is responsible for attacking Jacob. That's when Cody says he's looking for a fight. They start to attack each other. Jimmy eventually comes down and starts attacking Drew. And Cody basically stands by Jimmy, and they get split apart by security. And one of those security guards, funny enough, looked a little familiar. No, Cody?
Yeah. So the security tonight, you want to pull it up? I sent it to you on Messenger.
Yes, indeed. So
the security that pulled Jimmy Uso off Drew McIntyre was previously the guy that Stu guy with Raja Jackson, right?
yes, funny enough. So, I mean, that's a pretty cool fact to see. So here we go here. One of the security guards that pulled Jimmy Uso off of Drew McIntyre was indeed Doug Mallow. He previously pulled Raja Jackson off of Psycho Stu. So great to see him. Maybe he is getting his due and getting his day. A lot of people thought that he was amazing for standing his ground there and helping and being efficient in getting the help that was needed. So great on him, and that's awesome.
Glad to see that for him. He deserves that opportunity, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. All Cody had to do was say, "Were you at Vince McMahon's birthday?" And Drew, what's his name? Say his name. Just like Punk yelled at him, right? That was great.
Hearing everybody go absolutely banana.
Don't forget, we'll be live next Friday, won't we?
Enough.
Before that, we're going to be live next Friday for the Into Somewhere Halloween episode. Then you could yell enough, sir.
Yeah.
Cody Onidi Rhodes. We're going to be having a costume contest. You can go ahead and tweet hashtag Into Somewhere Halloween so we can go ahead and see your beautiful costume and send a video to us of what you're wearing. Best winner will get a prize. Don't you worry. It'll be something sweet. But we're going to be hanging out for Hallows Eve. Make sure you go ahead and hang out with us next Friday for the SmackDown review / Anything Goes. We'll be drinking a merry and having a blast. Oh, we could be. I know I've got my costume set, so, you know, we got to see how we bring the channel to life. It's going to be a great time, though. Don't you forget it. So please go ahead and join us then. Yeah, no, you said he was casting out the name of Cody, right? Drew, he wants to get into Cody's head. It seems like he's working on it, but there's something to be had, right?
Yeah. Sorry, 1 second.
No worries.
My friend that was a Dodgers fan was talking all this shit before the game, saying Dodgers are gonna whoop some ass tonight, and everyone will respect them. So I was texting them. Any update, my friend?
Yeah, they're what, 2-11 now? We went to 5-9. Now it's 11. I mean, it just keeps going up. Yeah. You're going as Ozzy. That's anyway. A great chat says, somebody's going as Ozzy. We got other people giving out Halloween candy. I better be getting some candy. I know that. It was a fun opening. You know, it set up Jimmy and Drew later on when he eventually goes to the back and demands with Nick Aldis to have not a match, but a fight. No DQ. Anything goes. Makes Jimmy look like a straight up badass and a man. He's going to face his problems head on. He's like, listen, bitch, this is what we're doing. Dig it? Loved it. This was a fun opening. This kind of felt like a Attitude Era-esque Raw opening. It set up the main event. It's got shades of the main event to come for the pay-per-view or PLE. And
I feel like this is just the whole
you got the crowd involved.
Side story that they've done. Like Drew's gonna now feud with Cody and Bloodline
it just keeps things going.
Now we have to do Jimmy and all that. So
yeah, we'll see how it develops, but I think it eventually.
For the most part,
we got to predict next week Saturday night's main event Into Summer Weekly on Wednesday before Halloween. But as we know, Saturday night's main event. I mean, we could see Drew take the title just because it is on Peacock.
I think that should happen. By the way.
I mean, we heard that Cody was like just hitting it hard last time. He was politicking for Drew, saying he should win the title at WrestlePalooza, and that didn't happen. So we'll see what happens here. I'm not saying I want Cody to lose, but it would be something, right? I mean, it's massive if he does go ahead and drop the title. It'd be crazy. Still 2-11, bottom of the 6th World Series. We'll see what happens as this updates. let's go ahead and talk about the first match, though. We get the Panda Bears coming out. It's the My MFTs, which I still don't get because it's my family tree. So when Solo says My MFTs, he's saying my family tree. Like, I understood when there was one Tongan and he said My MFT because I thought it meant motherfucking Tongan. Like, really, like motherfucking Tongan. Am I even allowed to say that? Huh. Apparently not. Motherfucking.
I think you can say that. I think
Tongan.
it's talking about the MFTs that will get you banned for.
But I said it with a silent T at the end, not a hard E. I made sure of it. I know my limits. I don't want to get us canceled. No dragging the E here, just a T.
MFT stands for motherfucking torture. That's what it stands for.
No, it's my family tree. You gotta throw a little embellish at the end of it, because or what? No, I said it right. Can't censor us. My fucking tree. It's my fucking. It's just because it's my FT. Baffles me. So it's got to be my
miserable fucking
motherfucking Tongans. Something, but they're out there, all of them. The tall Tonga, the little Tonga, the sideways Tonga, the square Tonga, the rhombus Tonga too. I mean, I don't even know how they're gonna get the trapezoid Tonga out there, but he's fucking there. They got them all. Random sound, but they're gonna take on the pairing of Andrade. It was Ray Phoenix and Andrade. Ray Phoenix and Andrade. Who the fuck wrestled with Ray Phoenix then? What am I? Oh, Jesus Christ. It was Shinsuke. I feel, oh my God. I forgot.
Shinsuke. Oh my God.
Shinsuke, because.
Why the fuck are they teaming?
Because he's in a right now. And we can't have that brought up on SmackDown, apparently. So, but he can't be on TV on a. So
what interest did you actually have in this match whatsoever?
Fuck Andrade. That was pretty much my interest. No, really. I like Shinsuke. I like him coming out to his old theme. That's fire. The bell rings and my brain turned off once they stopped. Oh, yeah, they stopped owing. Whoa.
I'll be honest with you. I turned on the World Series when this match happened. I really didn't give a fuck about it because I texted you immediately saying, "What the fuck is this shit?" Back to boring SmackDowns. You can keep talking over me if you want because I'm shitting on this match. Jake actually liked this stuff, guys, and he doesn't want you to know it.
Oh, no, this match was great. No, this I like Shinsuke, but no one gave them a chance. Because we know we needed the MFTs to get a win on their way to face the Wyatt Six.
Well, I'm sorry. Is anyone supposed to care about Shinsuke Nakamura?
Is anyone supposed to care about the Wyatt Six? And they're the tag champs. Where the fuck were they?
I don't.
The Wyatt Six.
This is going to be the War Games match?
Apparently, we're getting the Wyatt Six, and I don't believe it. I really don't, because apparently on the men's side, it's supposed to be the Vision with they're supposed to have Grayson Waller's better half. What's his name? Texas math problem. Austin Theory. There we go. I knew I'd get it.
Yeah. I'm just
Texas math problem.
Imagining the fucking scary scenario
algebra.
where this is the war.
Houston algebra.
Oregon match.
Oh, what's going on with Toronto?
Me and Jake made an agreement. If
no, it's not on the right show. It's not on the right thing. There we go. Look at that.
If MFTs and
where's the score?
Who?
There's the score. 4-11.
So if the Wyatts and MFTs fucking do War Games, we're not reviewing the show.
We're not. Yeah, it can't happen. No, that and everything that stands for. I agree. Lawyers be damned. I'm serious. So, Tama Tonga, Jason Mateo take on Shinsuke and Rey Fenix, and this is a fun match. I mean, Rey Fenix being involved in anything, it's going to be chaotic. And Tama Tonga basically hits Phoenix with the hidden blade, and, you know, they call it cutthroat now, whatever. And that's when he basically gets the 3 count, and I'm like, oh, all right. It felt like they were just getting, like, into the next gear, and then it was over. So, decent match for the first match of the show, but I'm shocked the Wyatt 6 weren't there. I thought they were coming out at the end. A few people messaged me actually being like, here comes the Wyatts, and then nothing. They left us hanging. They did. Like my ex-wife at the altar, left hanging. It's okay, Judy. Bitch took everything. So, what do you give this match, star-wise? Oh, you're still sleeping. Yeah, that's what I thought. Tiffany Stratton. Oh, wait. I forgot. Oh, so 0 out of 5. Gotcha. I'm giving it like a 1. This match, I don't want to boo Shinsuke ever.
Generous.
He's just in a bad position because the MFTs are anti-content. I don't want to watch them.
WWE. Like, I can't even speak now because you're over talking me, and now I'm stuttering like Joe Biden and like.
What?
Oh, well, here's the deal.
Despot.
Okay,
Listen.
Sorry. Anyway, but
I feel you, but
anyway, Shinsuke was the only one I care for in this match. So WWE.
I even like Rey Fenix.
How about Rey Fenix? How about Rey Fenix teams with Penta, his brother, an actual tag team instead of saying,
not yet.
Hey,
I like them teasing that and waiting on that, Cody. I like them building to that. Let them have a little bit of time on their own. They're both doing their own thing.
You want to have Triple H?
Give them a year.
Forever.
Give them a year on the rosters on their own. They have done virtually, except for I would say Lucha Underground. Even that they did some stuff together. They have been basically paired as a unit for a long ass time now. You know, Lucha Bro. Let them do their.
You want to know what happens? He forgets to take it out of the oven or off the fryer. That's what he forgets. He just lets it cook and just marinate, and there's no ending.
Yeah, I mean,
the meal doesn't get completed ever.
We'll see.
So
could
that's
be delicious.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
but Tiffany Stratton versus who?
I don't know. I didn't write it down. Oh, bolt on tits. That's who.
Well, back-to-back things and matches I don't really give a fuck for.
All right.
The only things that were good.
Give me. No. Before this was something that was quite good. Julia's backstage, and we get Chelsea Green, Alba Fire, and they have a promo segment.
Good at what she does.
This was very funny. It was damn well acted, and I enjoyed it. Julia looked great. She only had to say one word in English. Arrivederci. Arrivederci.
Sure, it's funny,
Arrivederci.
But what does that do to better anything for that woman's United
Because
States
now
title?
eventually they can have a feud. She doesn't want Julia to be the longest reigning women's champ. So you know Chelsea's going to fuck her over. She made sure to say, I'm still the longest reigning women's champ. And then they said soon to be longest, and she gave her a little bit of a stink eye, a little bit of a... So, you know it's coming. You know it is. I will. But, here's the thing.
The match, what was there to care for the match?
Here's the thing. I actually give him credit for this match because they let Kiana James wrestle, and she did damn well here. It was a good match. She actually had a chance to win. I was surprised how efficient she was against the women's champ. I mean, she beat Tiffany all the way into the fucking barricade.
A good match?
Yeah. I mean, you saw Kiana give a great moonsault. Tiffany got out of the way, but it was off of, basically off the apron. I thought that was a great moment.
It was a good match. They're both good in-ring wrestlers, but
you don't see Kiana James in this role often, so at least it did something new here. As with the opening, it's the same old, same old. Solo Sikoa, like I said, is negative content. He is such a loser in my mind, and I don't mean to sound like I'm not trying to be negative, but he has lost so many times, and he can never win without help. that his group seems like they're forever doomed to lose indefinitely. Like that's just their crux. They're going to go and face the Wyatts and get their ass beat. And then people are going to forget about the Panda Bears. I swear. And then they can sit with me in catering. Exactly. And they can sit with cater takers. Solo does nothing but suck up charisma and energy. He's terrible on the mic. He's a horrible leader for this group because of the lack of charisma, the lack of energy, the lack of believability, and his history.
The only thing good thing ever
What
about
makes
them
him
was
an
Jacob's
efficient
hot
leader?
take.
Because he stole the freaking Ulafala at one point. Oh, I was the tribal chief because you stole the lay. That's all you did. You couldn't even get laid, but you stole the lay. And maybe you could have gotten laid by Paul Heyman, but that's a different story entirely. My wife sleeps with Paul. 4-11 still with the Toronto in the lead.
After this match, though, there was
After.
something good that happened.
Yes.
I didn't really care for the match. Sure, it was good, but
I thought it was a good
don't care
match
for
because
what they're
I'm
doing.
surprised
Yeah,
Kiana
it was a
looked
good
this
match,
good.
but-
It really put Kiana over well. It made her look effective that she got this much offense in against the women's champ. I was shocked they did that much with both on tits. So more than they did for Solo ever, granted. But yeah, afterwards, this was interesting. What do you make of this? Please go ahead and expand on what happened next. Expound.
Jade Cargill comes out for the rescue and pretending like she's helping Tiffany Stratton,
Yes.
then turns heel. And I think Jade Cargill is way better off as a
Wait,
heel. I
wait,
think
wait,
that is
wait,
the-
wait. What did you say?
I said Jade Cargill is way better off as a heel.
You said she turned heel?
Yeah, she turned heel.
That was not a heel turn. Come on.
That
She's
was
still
definitely a heel
no,
turn.
she's still a good gal.
No.
I don't believe it. She's sweet as pie. Everybody loves her. No fucking way. That was a heel turn? Really? That's all it takes
Yeah, it was a
nowadays
heel
just to hit
turn.
your friend? You know how many times I beat the shit out of my best friend growing up? We beat the fuck out of each other. I'm like, why can't you be serious? He's like, why can't you stop touching my asshole when I sleep? And I'm like, just leave me alone. You know, like we beat the shit out of each other. Like, it was weird, but Sami Zayn pumping up the man that stole his title was a little too good guy for
Speaking
me.
about heels, though, right before
It
that,
kind of made me
I
sick
think
of
Tiffany
Sami
Stratton
Zayn.
should also be a heel.
Tiffany's a great heel, and we'll
think she should be a
we'll
heel.
expand and expound on that more. But here's what I don't understand: why would if I beat you for the Into Somewhere title, I take it from you
Yeah.
in your open challenge. Cody's like, I could beat anybody. I'm Cody O'Needy 316 Rhodes.
Yeah.
Bring it, bring it.
Give me a hell yeah.
Well, my middle name's actually Rhodes, so isn't it Cody Rhodes?
I know Cody Rhodes O'Needy, but we want to make sure we don't get into trademark issues, you know, like the last time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we managed to go ahead here, and you know, you lose the
Yeah,
title.
trademark issues could be.
You lose the title
That's
to
why
me.
you had to take
The week after I beat your ass, embarrassed you, took your title, and made you look like a bitch. You're gonna talk me up? Are you gonna talk shit and want a rematch, right? You're gonna be like, that's my title. You got lucky, and when I face you again, I'm taking you down. Let's do this now. Instead, Sammy's like, you beat my fucking ass in. Good job, dude. You really fucking killed me.
Yeah, well, that's what I said
Cody.
when you had me in your basement.
I know, but that's because I at that point you would have said anything to get out alive. You being desperate for your next breath of air does not relate at all whatsoever to the trials and tribulations of Samantha Zayn. I'm very confused on why Sammy has to be just such a virtuous good guy all the time. He doesn't have to be a negative Nancy here. He doesn't have to come up to him and be like, you motherfucker. He just has to be like,
I actually think Sammy is
I'm
funnier
proud
as a
of you
bad
for beating
guy.
me, but I will face you again, and when that time comes, I'm taking that back. He has no confidence at all whatsoever, ever.
I don't know if you agree or disagree with that. That's a hot take too, maybe. Sami Zayn is actually a better bad guy than good guy.
I don't know. I think they wore out the babyface welcome that he has. That honeymoon period of him being like when I think they killed it when he lost in Montreal, when he lost to Roman, and everyone was like, okay, he's not going. Like this is done. Like it's going to happen at Mania with Cody. This is, and then it took another year, anyways. But still,
it wasn't Cody's story to finish, like everyone said. I know podcasters said it, and so like Sammy or Jay should have been the one to take down Roman.
Yeah, really. I mean, you
That
can even
is a
say
fact.
Jimmy if you want to. If
Jimmy,
you really
yeah.
go through the story,
There
of
was a
everything.
lot of more people that made
Jimmy was the
sense
one that
than
turned
Cody
on
Rhodes.
Jay for Roman to begin with. Like there's so many layers and elements. That's how we got main event Jey Uso in COVID times in 2020.
WrestleMania 39 and
That's
40
how he
anyway,
quit.
like because that's when they announced it. Like The Rock actually made more sense for the story than Cody Rhodes. Like
Exactly.
to go one-on-one with Roman, because he was building up. I'm the tribal chief, head of the table, head of the family, in charge of my family. So who do you bring in?
Yeah,
The biggest member of your family to challenge that.
absolutely.
So The Rock did make sense. People got mad about The Rock versus Roman, but that actually,
It makes
in
sense.
theory and storyline purposes, makes more sense than Roman and Cody did.
No, it makes perfect sense. Absolutely. And the possessed house agrees. So that's what should have happened. But Jade Cargill, I like that she turned heel. So I don't know. The crowd was quiet for this match, first off, even though it was a good match. And then everybody always knows Tiffany Stratton, better heel than babyface. So people have a hard time being like, no, don't hurt her. They kind of still have a little bit of like, yeah, let's see her get her ass kicked. Because the only thing she did to turn face was cash in on Nia.
And she has the same character.
Exactly. It's the exact same character through and through. She's still judging people's appearance and taking everybody down without getting canceled. So it's still a heel presentation for the most part, but we're supposed to view her as a face because she
After
went up
this, I'm
against
going to jump
Nia.
into my other news story, because then that's going to get into if we're contradicting ourselves or not. Like,
Yeah, well,
so after this.
yeah, well, that's kind of what I wanted you to bring up next is that, speaking of the Judgment Day, and we've heard this for a while, people have been going nuts this week with Liv Morgan returns rumors left and right. Oh my God,
It wasn't me this time. It wasn't me this time. And I was
you were
arguing
innocent.
it this time.
Well,
I was saying I don't think she's going to return at Survivor. You have to see. It's on my
innocent.
Twitter. I was actually.
Yeah, I mean, innocent, but we get the idea. Yeah, you'll be all right.
Okay, but you want to read the article I sent you?
I gotta read it. All right, hold on. Let me go ahead and get this up here. I forgot you didn't know English. All right, hold on. I apologize. I'm very unprepared tonight. So you had said,
Fightful.
Yes, I need to pull this back up. So there have been many inquiries so far about Liv Morgan, and they recently mentioned how Swerve Strickland got his knee repaired. Once I've had meniscus repaired as well for that surgery. The rehab time is very short. So Swerve's supposed to be back around November or December, the latest, which is great for him. He's certainly missed. But Liv, the same report as before. Nothing has changed. Early 2026, Royal Rumble. She won't miss Mania. She's still on track to make that return. Yeah, people cannot accept this. I want her back too. Absolutely. And end of the seventh inning, 4-11. LA Dodgers trailing behind the Toronto Blue Jays.
To return in the Rumble. She should return by now. Then my counter argument to this is, again, if she's not physically cleared, how much could she advance the storyline? Maybe by 20%?
Exactly. Like, what do you get here? That's kind of the problem that we see.
You need her back on TV immediately to advance this Judgment Day storyline. I'm like, she's the main character of it.
Yeah.
So if the main character is still injured on TV, you can't really do anything with the main character because she transitions into Dominic's sidekick and valet. Like, how far would that go?
Exactly.
And this is why I'm gonna say, are we contradicting ourselves on how she'll turn babyface? Because her and Dom will more than likely keep their same characters, right, as good guys.
Seems like it, yeah. That's the plan tentatively. So,
would you say they'll do anything to turn face either? Would they really be face? People would argue.
I mean, would they? It would depend on what we get from them. So I think they could be face. Absolutely.
Because people still got mad at me, like Liv's
still
not
4-11.
face.
End of the 7th. No update yet. I'm curious
I
to
got
see.
yelled at. You know me. I've been in drama all week on this with Twitter. I've like tried to tell them because you've talked to people like that and like so I tried to tell them like you see like she's not going to return until January. Then they're like that doesn't make any sense for her to return at the Rumble.
What doesn't make sense about it is beyond me, and that's really the main problem here because people are just missing some brain cells. I don't know.
Well, why would you have her return at the Rumble? Like, she would more likely. They argue to win the Rumble if she returns sooner. I'm like, no. If she returns at the Rumble, she's more than likely to win rather than before.
Yeah,
because if she
but
returns
I don't see her returning
in November
any sooner
if
than
she
the
returns
Rumble.
in November, I
she's
think
gonna
that
get that Alexa
decreases her
Bliss
chances
pop.
of.
Absolutely, she's gonna come out just like Bliss, get that huge ovation, the holy shit, and she's gonna win for the women. That's my guess.
So since this is a hot topic,
we froze for a second there.
If she returned at
You can still hear us at least while it resets itself. There we go. All right. My browser shit the bed for a minute. Sorry, folks.
Did they hear my question to you? Or
They
do I need
did,
to
but I think it might have cut out. So go ahead and ask it one more time, just to be safe.
So like, just since this is a hot topic again, not by me because you saw my timeline. I've defended the fact that she'll be back at Rumble, and people are like, "You're an idiot. This doesn't make sense." So if she were to return at Survivor Series and the fans got what they wanted for her to return early for early sake, would you go about it to advance the storyline if she's still not physically cleared when she's the main character?
Right. I mean, that's kind of the problem here. That's the thing. It's like, what would you do? What can we do? What can we have? And
they're like, you can still do the betrayal and have her stand there and have to watch. I'm like, does that
doesn't feel
like I would have her
effective?
Like, I would have the betrayal happen right a week before the Rumble. Then like Roxanne and Raquel are like dominating the Rumble or something. Then Liv's music hits and they're going to be like, oh yeah, she's going to join us.
Could be. I mean,
she's going to be like, you sons of bitches.
I think she's just going to still show up in the Rumble. I still think that's the case. So that's what we're going to see. And that's where she's going to be.
Yeah, I agree.
I
think that makes the most sense. And if Liv fans, if you want her to win the Rumble, you best want to wait for her to return at Rumble, because if she returns in November, I don't know if you agree or disagree with this, but I think that decreases her chances of winning the Rumble if she returns in November.
Yeah, I think she'll definitely have a better time winning the Rumble if she comes back at the Rumble. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. So,
but they said Fightful is wrong and they don't know what they're talking about. Like, I guess
that's how it feels. I mean,
they said if I don't know, did I send you the highlighted version? Because someone said keywords here. The initial report, right?
Yeah.
The initial report was before Rumble. I'm like, that's when she'll be cleared. I think people misunderstand that and misinterpret it. Like, yeah, she can be cleared and not injured anymore.
Exactly.
But then it takes like 3 to 4 weeks to do in-ring training.
Yeah, which we haven't seen yet. No, people forget that. So, I mean,
people are like, but she's at the Performance Center every day. Like, she's spotted at the Performance Center all the time. I'm like, yeah, she lives right next to it.
Yeah, exactly. No kidding. So, I'm telling you, I like that, like, especially with the Ilya Dragunov thing. It's like, all right, we got something new here in the sense of Dragunov's new champ.
You think
Dragunov? I think he's going to work. People like him a lot. He's really convincing in the ring. He has a ton of heart. He leaves it all out there. He and Aleister Black obviously had match of the night, but these two killed it. They went ahead and beat the ever-loving hell out of each other. And it even looked like at times it was a little bit much because it looked like Black was going to beat Dragunov. And then Zelina Vega gets thrown out for interfering. And that's when we get the comeback of Damian Priest. So 2 weeks ago, the union of Zelina Vega and Aleister Black happened. That's right. And she threw a fireball in his face. She goes ahead and she burns the left eye of Damian Priest. He takes off his sunglasses, walking out to show the damage that she inflicted. And,
can you tell me what you think of Aleister Black and Selena Vega together?
Yeah.
Overall, do you like them?
I think it's going to work well. Her and she looked good.
Do you think this is a lesser version of what we would have gotten with Carrie and Scarlett, or do you think this is a better version?
A bit. It's not a better version. I'm sorry, it's not. Cross had so many stories.
Better in-ring wrestler than Cross.
Maybe, but Cross is a better storyteller, and Cross,
yes,
Black might be the more convincing wrestler, but as far as the sports entertainment package, Cross always pushed that boundary into like what is believable, what is real, what is kayfabe, what is fantasy. You had to question things that were Black. You're like,
in the ring now.
No, he's very damn good.
Would you rather have a roster of just great wrestlers or great storytellers who can pass by as wrestlers and sometimes?
I mean, you really need both, right? You can't be without. That's for certain. So
I always said like people like stick to your sports entertainment, even though sports because it's a scripted show.
Yeah. Bottom of the eighth, still 4-11, my friend. Those Blue Jays holding out strong. It looks like.
People love pro wrestling, but this is a hot take of mine. I don't know if you agree or disagree, but sports entertainment beats pro wrestling.
Yeah, I need the story. That I'm here for the soap opera.
Yeah.
Like I can watch wrestling at any point in time, and I can go on YouTube and just find great matches, but there's got to be something behind it that clicks that makes me want to see it. As much as it wasn't Cody's story, he still needed to finish his story, so it made everyone excited to see the conclusion.
If I had to choose between Cross and Aleister, though, I would choose Cross overall because he's no slouch in the ring, but like you said, he's a better storyteller.
But I would probably take Zelina Vega over Scarlett Bordeaux because Zelina's a better wrestler. Scarlett, I know she was injured last time.
Zelina's a good promo.
Scarlett had the issue where she popped a titty. So, unfortunately, I'm all joking aside, like that's got to be horrifically painful and very troublesome to deal with. But one of the silicone bags went kaput. So one of her implants went to hell. God damn.
Associated with
yes,
like used to be anyway. Let's talk about Andrade again real quick because like there was a report that shit.
Yeah,
now we're gonna get.
You get away with it. I can't, apparently.
Well, okay,
AEW, well, let's say Andrade.
Apparently, WWE is trying to get Andrade back.
So, I guess he's trying to fight, saying that a year is for a non-compete clause is too long. And I'm like, I don't agree with it, but you signed the contract. It's been in there. We went back to 2023, found an old contract that Brian Last put up. And since TKO bought and merged the two companies with UFC, they have had this in their contracts that if you get fired for either disciplinary or infractions against yourself on the wellness policy, you will entitle yourself to a 1-year non-compete in North America. I don't know if it's fair or not, but you agreed to it. You signed the contract. Like, I can't argue against it. Like, even if I think it's unfair and shitty and terrible practice, should be nothing more than 90 days that you say you can't work. But WWE has to pay him the entire time. So the non-compete, how it works is it basically means you're still hired for the company. You still work for WWE. So even though your contract ended, the non-compete is there, meaning that you're getting notice typically that your contract ends officially in 90 days. That's what a non-compete is. For this, it would mean 1 year till his contract ends. And hey, Coot, if you, my time traveling lawyer, want to push something, you can go ahead and push vidiq.com/into-somewhere. That's right, giving us a 15% discount when you go ahead and sign up for vidIQ. They help you title your YouTube videos and help you stream on social media, learn about search engine optimization, and so much more. Check out vidiq.com/into-somewhere. For your 15% discount, and thank you to XSplit as well. Use code BANANA for 20% off. We have the highest discount code available right now. So if you're looking into streaming yourself, check out XSplit Broadcaster and VCam. Great to have, and thank you to them both for sponsoring Into Somewhere. I think Black is a better wrestler, but Cross might be a better storyteller. So it'd be interesting to see what we get. Bottom of the eighth, 4-11 still. Toronto Blue Jays still leading them strong.
Yo, we clutched up in Toronto.
Ilya Black, though, damn good match. I was upset with the ending. Obviously, Dragunov hits the torpedo Moscow on Aleister Black, but that's after we get the interference. So we got the distraction from Damian Priest. He shows off the burns, attacks him afterwards. He's going to go ahead and take him out with some chairs, but Zelina gets him out of there. Distraction win. Feels weak to get your first title defense with a distraction win after a big surprise victory last week. So I was kind of hoping for something more dominant or something to really put over him as a fighting champion that isn't going to be in peril every time he defends a title, because this match, he didn't seem all that convincing that he was going to win 100%. It was not a foregone conclusion. Somebody said that they might hot potato this belt around a little bit just to shake things up. If that's the case, I'm all for it. I kind of miss when you would see the IC and lesser belts go ahead, and especially the European title and hardcore, like they would fly all over. I don't miss that as much, but I get why it would be a lot of fun. I should say I do miss that. I get why people don't miss it as much, but I do like, every now and again have a little bit of a hot potato-esque kind of, month or so. Let a few people be like, there should be botches in wrestling. That's one of the things today. Everything's so polished and clean that when people mess up, it's like, but shouldn't people in wrestling, like in the storyline of wrestling and the storytelling of wrestling, shouldn't you every move not hit? Shouldn't everything not be perfect? Shouldn't you miss a dive? Shouldn't you miss a moonsault? Like, you're not going to be perfect 100% of the time. So always nailing the move is not the greatest storytelling. I think there should be, some stuff put in there. That's for sure.
I agree.
And I do agree, Paul, sir. Unidark indeed fucking rules. Check Unidark out for being the official theme providers of Into Somewhere. We appreciate them. Check them out on Bandcamp as well. We got a backstage segment with Nia with the women's tag champs Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Basically just saying that, oh, you're pretend friends, and Bliss is going to hug you with one arm, stab you in the back with the other, and they're going to have a match next week. Skip. Then we got the main event, Drew and Jimmy. And this was a no DQ match. It was really about Jimmy basically for a while working over McIntyre. He beats him with a chair. He beats him with the sponsored Slim Jim table. I mean, he kicks his ass. But then McIntyre hits him with a Future Shock DDT. And we thought Jimmy was going to get hit with the Claymore, but he gets him with a Samoan drop reversal and puts him through the table. That was a great moment. Goes up top and does the Uso splash, but McIntyre so expertly holds up a chair. I was like, damn. And then he gets a Claymore kick afterwards, gets the 3 count, 1, 2, 3. He's beating down Jimmy. Cody runs out to help him, but Drew reigns supreme. He takes out Cody and hits him with a big Claymore, and McIntyre kneels over the champ and Jimmy to end the show. I thought it was a great ending to sell Saturday night's main event. Really, what else could they do to better sell?
The ending was really good.
The main event of the PLE that's coming up. This was perfect
Cody Rhodes,
for what they have.
Too?
No, I'm not sold, and I don't know if they're sold on who attacked him either. It's funny how we've heard a few different options, but I'm not so sure. I think everyone wants it to be Drew, and he's going to be the red herring. But I wonder if it's actually Jay, could be Jimmy. We'll see what comes of it.
Is it going to be like a situation like where Jade Cargo was attacked and Liv and Raquel were framed, but it was actually Naomi?
Yeah, I think we might get one of those again.
And they're going to have like camera footage where Drew was walking past him or something, and just like how Liv and Raquel were walking by Jade before her attack, right?
I'm going to get that perfect angle, just like when, we saw Big Cass take out Enzo. Remember that? Yep. So we had a really hot opening with Cody and Drew and Jimmy.
This promo again? I remember he said something.
SAWFT, you don't know me? Or is that Marina? No one gives a shit about the Panda Bears. The MFTs can go MF themselves.
Yo, we clutch up.
That's right, Toronto. And sorry, I like Nakamura, but him teaming with Rey Fenix is just a nothing pair off. Still, Kiana James looked great against Tiffany. That was fun. I love Dragunov and Black. Despite Black being very dominant, all in all, this was a great back and forth from these two. Very hard hitting and well wrestled. Certainly match of the night. And the no DQ match was a lot of fun. So all in all, I'd give this show 7, maybe 7.5 in that realm. Probably a 7. I think 7's a fun score.
I'm going to give it a 4.
A 4. Okay. I think that's fair.
There wasn't that many interesting storylines. Sure, like Tiffany match was good, but like I don't really care for that story. The outcome of that was good with Jade's heel turn.
Yeah,
because Jade is definitely better as a heel than a face. The Dragunov and Aleister Black match was really good. Like the opening was all right. I liked the ending better.
Yeah.
The MFTs, Shinsuke, I almost said Ricochet. Jesus Christ.
Twitter Ricky.
Rey Fenix. That was, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. And thank God the Wyatts weren't even fucking there, because who gives a fuck about them either?
I'm really not at a 2. Consider it all the shots of Soko, but this night, I enjoyed SmackDown.
It wasn't.
I genuinely, I was not bored with SmackDown. We had some good matches. We had some decent stories.
Middle of the road
5.
show.
So if we go in the middle, we're at a 6. And I think that's fair. You and I usually go ahead and round it off. Top of the 9th, Dodgers with 4 runs, 11 Toronto. The Blue Jays still holding it strong. I think it's going to be a done deal tonight. I mean,
Yo, we clutched up in Toronto.
Toronto looking
Everyone's
fierce.
rooting for the Blue Jays.
Yes. Speaking of rooting for people, Braun Breaker is going to be champion. They're saying this now. Meltzer was talking. They said it was unnecessary to put Breaker in the Battle Royal because they did not want to have him lose. The plan was always, when it was revised, was to have Jay go against Punk. They didn't want Braun in there or Bronson if they were going to lose the Battle Royal. So it makes sense to not include them. But they said that it's going to be eventually happening. We're going to see Braun Breaker be the champ. He's going to be winning the World Heavyweight Championship. And it would have happened closer to Mania, but with Rollins having to vacate the title, they had Braun handed over to Adam Pearce. So now we have to see who ends up taking it from vacant. But yeah, we'll see what goes on. But it seems like they still have a ton of plans with Braun Breaker, and we're going to get him. So Brandon says, good story progression. People complain when WWE does no story progression, and when they do a show doing this, everyone hates it. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I enjoyed it. They had story progression on here. They had things evolving. I'm glad Jimmy got involved with the main event, because it makes sense to feature him heavily right now, because we don't know if Jay is going to betray him again. I mean, Jimmy saved his ass in that Battle Royal multiple times, and then Jay eliminates him like it's nothing. So, got to remember, blood isn't always thicker than water. Meltzer says WWE is working towards a War Games match that is supposed to pit the Vision and others in a team led against by Roman and CM Punk. We heard about this first reported when it was going to be Roman, Punk, Jacob Fatu, and LA Knight with either Jay or Jimmy against Rollins, Breaker, Reed, Lesnar, and Austin Theory. I hear the plan now is to have possibly Jay Uso replace Seth Rollins, not as the leader. They would have Braun and Braun lead with Paul Heyman essentially the leader, because they would include Lesnar. I don't know how they include Austin Theory, and apparently at this point in time, they're not so sure either.
I don't think Austin Theory could join the Vision at this point. Shouldn't isn't this how you capitalize Austin Theory being a babyface now?
I mean, I thought he was coming back as a face, so seeing him regarded as a heel is, again, baffling, confusing, and I'm not sure.
Wasn't the whole reason why Grayson got annoyed with him is because he was the nice guy to the fans and stuff?
I don't know. I mean, was it?
Yeah, I believe so.
I mean, I don't know. It's supposed to be, but we'll see what comes of it. I do think Jay is going to turn. In the end, I think Jay will turn. I think they're going to do the Roman arc with him. Since Jimmy was the one to turn on Jay before, I think Jay will now turn on Jimmy. And I think out of this, they're going to give Jimmy more of a chance to shine as a babyface, which I'm not against. I don't know. I don't hate Jay. I think a lot of the hate is indeed manufactured because it's hard to differentiate yourself and truly individualize yourself from a tag team. And people have seen the main event moniker for so many years now. Even when he was teaming with Cody Rhodes and they were winning tag titles, even when he was teaming with his brother again as the Usos at Mania, they were main event Jay, and it was still, so people, he wasn't in the main event at all, except for the one match with Roman, and then that was it. So when he finally got to the main event, he wins the Rumble, then he gets the title at Mania, and he holds on to it for a while. There was kind of this revolt because people didn't want to see it, although they wanted to see it all along. It was a little bit confusing, and I felt like fans didn't know what they wanted in a way. I don't think the hate was fully deserved, but there were aspects of the storytelling that certainly left quite a bit to be desired. It was not perfect by any means. But I think overall, we got a good story with Jay going ahead, getting the main event moniker to mean something. He wins the Rumble, takes out Cena, beats Gunther finally at Mania. All right, he finally did it. All the times he couldn't conquer him. And then eventually Gunther gets in his head because why? He was too busy helping everybody else. Like we said, how foolish of the champ to be at Money in the Bank in a tag match with Cody to help him out. Meanwhile, he's defending the title the next night on Raw. He should be saving his body for, and then he gets beat. And where was Cody that night? Where was anybody that he helped out? So he does kind of have a claim to, I lost the belt because I was too busy helping everybody else, like Roman said. And when you're a child, you love the heroes because, that's who you want to be. And then when you grow up, you relate to the heels because that's real life. You get what I'm saying? The fantasy gets beaten out of you. Maybe you grow out of it, whatever it might be. Society knocks it from you. But in the end, lo and behold, you can resonate a great story of a heel with your audience because they can understand it. They can truly break it down in a way that mimics either their own life or some event they've gone through. And that's what makes the ultimate villain. Not that he's right, but that you can relate to them. And it's like, oh, it doesn't mean they're justified, but you're like, oh, I see why they did that. I can see, I've been screwed before too. I think there's a really great story element brewing here. I think they can do some amazing stuff with Roman really being an evil puppet master with Jay. I think it could turn out much better than we're expecting if they go all in with it and really let this happen. But Roman would have to turn heel again, so God knows if that would work. I mean, maybe they could do it without, but I'm not so sure how that would work. Still 4-11, top of the 9th. Oh, what do we got? 2 outs? Yikes. Monday, Jey Uso, CM Punk set to confront each other. And then we have Roxanne Perez taking on the one, the only, Nikki Bella. So that'll be exciting. We have Halloween Havoc tomorrow night. Ricky Saints, Trick Williams for the NXT title. Is that it? There we go. Blue Jays win. That was the end, folks. Top of the 9th is over. Blue Jays win over the Dodgers, 11-4. Hell yeah. So we got Ricky Saints, Trick Williams, JC Jane against Tatum Paxley. We've got Matt and Jeff. Broken Matt and brother Nero taking on Dark State for the NXT tag team titles in a Broken Rules match. Sol Ruka's injured. Goddamn, does that suck? But
the Soul Snatcher.
We're getting Zarya defending her belt, the North American title, in her honor. We're getting Blake Monroe probably taking that title for honor. But we'll see Ethan Page defending his North American title in a Day of the Dead match against Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr., Leon Slater, and Javon Evans. Not in a rematch. They're teaming up against La Parca and who? Mr. Iguana. Why? He's got an iguana.
He's got an iguana.
Yeah, like, he's got an iguana. We got to see that. It's going to be great. I can't wait for Mr. Iguana. So join us tomorrow night, Halloween Havoc review. You'll get that live as it goes off the air. Make sure you're subscribed, turn on notifications, hit that like button because we're going to have a great time. Toronto goes ahead and seals the deal.
Yo, we clutched up in Toronto.
Got to be excited for that. Game 1 is in the books of the World Series between the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. It's looking like Toronto might just sweep this, huh? Can't wait for the broken Hardys, not the brown Hardys. I mean, that would be messy. I do like the broken Hardys, though.
So tomorrow's review.
Gonna be wonderful, broken. Yes, exactly. We'll be having a hell of a time. Plus, we're going to have a big community event. We're going to be having everybody join us for Survivor Series predictions. We're going to hear your crazy tales. Let you guys go ahead and join us for the Ultimate Prediction Show heading into War Games. We're going to be taking everybody that wants to join us from the community and make it a big, huge event. We'll let you know the date for that as we get close to Survivor Series. It's going to be a great time. And then we'll have our Halloween show next week because SmackDown, they've already announced we've got Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax taking each other on. Refrigerator versus the Barbie doll. Carmelo Hayes against Kit Wilson. This backstage mess. Oh, what a nightmare. Whatever, Carmelo Hayes should be attacking
There's
the
going to be
Miz,
some
but
street fight next week, right?
him and, yeah, you know, I think it's going to be something.
Who's going to do the street fight? The trick or street.
Trick or street fight. Maybe Ilya Dragunov because he's going to have the Open U.S. Challenge. They're going to be in Salt Lake City, Utah at the Delta Center. That's also going to be where they're going to have Saturday night's main event the next night. So people should be excited. They're packing the house in for the full weekend. You get SmackDown, Saturday night's main event. I imagine the prediction show will be the Into Summer Weekly Wednesday before Survivor Series. We'll let you know for sure. We'll make sure we give you guys all the details. That's right.
We'll
the mid-card Rumble.
Yes, on. We'll get some people. Maybe we can.
We'll get everybody. We'll get everybody. That's right. We're going to hit that alarm and go ahead and batten down the hatches as we bring in anybody that wants to join us. It's going to be a great time. Be a huge community event. Can't wait for it. Halloween, we're going to be having a costume contest. Use the hashtag on social media, Into Somewhere. That's right, hashtag Into Somewhere. Tag us with your costume. Send us a video. Let you know what you're wearing for Halloween. We need a video because you send a picture. It could be from 10 years ago. You got to do something that lets us know you're in costume now. And we're going to be judging costumes throughout the night. Whoever wins will get a prize. So it's going to be a great night. Make sure you're hanging out with us on Halloween next Friday. Until then, we've got a lot coming up this weekend, my friend. We've got some podcasts. We've got our Halloween Havoc review. But before that, you got to tell these amazing people where they can find you.
Yes, you can find me over on my Twitter or X, whatever you like to call it nowadays, at Judgment Day Era. And I know this one is going to get people mad, but you can find me over on my YouTube, also at Judgment Day Era. And
Where's the gaming footage?
I'm sorry, you wanted me to. Why are you finding me every time I don't post, though?
Where's the gaming footage? You're making me look like a fool.
I'll get it out.
They want the gaming footage.
We will get that soon. I promise. I promise anyway.
You better.
But that is also at Judgment Day Era, and you can find me over on my Instagram, paid by the Judgment Day, apparently, they say, at Cody_Oneidi_316.
Yes, indeed. And thank you guys for hanging out, keeping it spooky. Go ahead and follow us on the show, youtube.com/Jake DeMarco.
Flying around your house.
It's just you didn't call the exterminator yet, so this is what I'm stuck dealing with. Yvette said that I should use a cream. Listen, listen, I think you're going through something. We gotta work on this. Like seriously.
Like what?
Therapist said to just be forward with you and just tell it like it is. So let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Ben's dead.
He is.
Yeah.
Did you tell?
You took his ashes from UPS. What did you think you took? What did you think that was?
You said it was
ashes. Ben's ashes. What did you think that could be? Like cigar collection that torched up? Like
no. You told me. Anyway.
Yeah. Like. All right. So maybe I said I was sending you Nesquik, not ashes, but
oh no!
Once you mix that with milk, you knew that wasn't gonna like be chocolatey goodness. And remember the little like, come on, you remember the little volcano that would happen when you were a kid, and like the Nesquik would like crumble at the top, and that was the best part. Yeah. When you drank that, that was the best part of Ben.
That was Ben?
Oh Jesus. You can go ahead and find us on Twitter at Countdown Ended. We're on Instagram and on Rumble at Countdown Ended as well. Go ahead and search us on pretty much everywhere, hashtag into somewhere. We're on Spotify. You can go ahead and find us on TikTok at Jake.CountdownEnded. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube. Hit the like button. Turn on the notification. We'll be live tomorrow for the Halloween Havoc review. But until then, I hope all of you people stay sexy. Thank you, Liz, indeed, for the gifts. We'll show it off on stream when it arrives. And until then, I hope you all have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow for Halloween Havoc. Stay sexy and spooky.
Raised and rivalries burn. Every twist, every turn. Jake and Cody bring the sound. From the ropes to the ground. Perfect crowd roaring under southern stars. Bodies flying, steel chairs leave scars. TNA legends bout for glory clash. Crown jewel gold dreams turn to ash. Who wins, who falls, who stands tall?